Hello guys and gals, it is F1 Backwards here and welcome to my 100% achievement guide and walkthrough for Elea Episode 1, a game developed by Kyodai and published by Soedesco, and is available right now for £9.59, or alternatively of course you could just wait for a sale. Now this is a pretty decent game actually. Just a little couple of fallbacks. Basically, in the year 2093, as it says, humanity's hope is dwindling. 20 years ago, a neurological mutation broke out, causing uncontrollable rage in every Earth-born child, with no real cure was found. Of course, except for an intervention that pacifies the children. So, you know, makes them cold and lifeless, but you know they're still alive. So, well. You know, you're sort of in and out of that one. But, so basically the game centers around you, Elea, and what you'll be doing is finding your husband, Ethan, who occupied a prominent position on the Pilgrimage's scientific crew before, of course, loads of things happened. The Pilgrimage went on to go into total radio silence after a bit of success, and nobody knows actually what caused it. So that is her objective and that is her goal. And like I said, this game is pretty good. The only couple of bad things about it are the game can take a while to kick in. There's a lot of dialogue options which you can't skip, so you're sort of just waiting around, which again, in terms of the story, it's really brilliant to follow, but if you're like me, you sort of play through it once or twice and you just want to keep going, get past the dialogue and go forward a bit quicker. Obviously you can't really do that, so little bits of that, but overall this game is pretty good and you should actually get the full 1000 in around 2 to 3 hours. Now straight away we'll get an achievement straight away, and it is called Stargazer. Now what you have to do for this is just stay in the menu, but unfortunately you'll have to stay in the menu for dead on 18 minutes. So this main menu here, you'll be looking at the moon. Do not go to the guide, or don't go to dashboard, or do anything like that, because it will actually reset the timer. So what you'll have to do, you can click up and down so your controller doesn't die, which is fine, but just don't dashboard or go to the guide, anything like that. And after 18 minutes, the first achievement will pop, or of course you can just do it at the end of the game. And obviously I won't be showing you the full 18 minutes of this, just enough for me to explain the video. So then there is the Stargazer achievement, and now we can click New Game and go on to Chapter 1. There's only 3 chapters in the game. Now what I recommend is going into Settings and clicking the crosshair and subtitles both on. Keeping the head bob off as well, because that can get pretty annoying. And just one more thing, I also keep the video in real time. I don't speed anything up or anything like that, just so you guys and gals can follow along with the video. And again, just be warned, there are some parts that you will be waiting quite a while for the either dialogue to finish or for the next bit of the game to be happening. So again, just be aware of that. And we jump straight into the prologue. Sorry, not chapter 1.
Before we begin, I need to be certain that you are fully aware of what we're about to do here, El.
Oh yeah, also forgot to mention, Elea's got a big old pair of boobies there. And it'll tell you to zoom in on it as well, the game's bloody perv.
Forgive me,
but again, just go through the dialogue quickly anyway, in all seriousness.
The procedure will not erase any of your memories. It will only seal some of the mapped neural pathways, thus blocking certain memory clusters. As a result, the frequency of recall in your day-to-day life will be moderately diminished, and you might struggle with long-term memory access. Are you completely certain that this is what you want?
I'm not certain of anything, Ollie. Are you?
I cannot guarantee that these pathways will never be reopened.
I am aware of that.
Is your decision final?
Yes, it is.
Please, state your name.
River Elea Catherine Jones.
On the count to 10, you will start to relax, and at the end you will feel entirely void. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
And some crazy stuff starts happening here, but again, there's nothing you can really do. You're just waiting it out again, just as the game does its thing. But you will get an achievement for finishing the prologue quite soon. And into chapter 1 we go, a life full of promises. Now this is where you will be on Earth, in your house, and you will start by talking to your husband Ethan, who is on the pilgrimage ship.
Hey.
Now there are a couple of dialogue options you can choose, but it doesn't make a difference. So if you want to end it quickly, just press B, which is the weather to end it.
When did you arrive?
A couple hours ago. How's the baby doing?
So use the left stick just to look down at your belly there. And I do apologise for the noise in this game. The dialogue seems rather quiet. Whereas the other noises like storms and the sort of background noises are really loud. That's just the game, unfortunately, so there's nothing I could really do about that.
Someone on board of the shuttle Europe allegedly came down with the new flu. So now they're stuck in the docking bay for decontamination.
How is Jan August?
He's in there too, poor sucker. But I met Olivia Tambor.
Oh, you've met the boss lady. How's she in person?
She's tiny.
No way.
I was surprised too. Still just as creepy as on the Vicons. We'll get along fine though. I can feel it.
Ethan Emanuel knows women best.
Is the storm still wreaking havoc?
Let me look. Earth gravity still sucks. Lights on. Yeah, looks like it'll rain forever. There's enough energy out there to take us to Titan. You sure chose the perfect time of the year to move in.
Right then, so the dialogue with Ethan is almost up, and you'll get another achievement in this room.
Wait.
And you'll also see, for a pregnant lady, damn, Elea can move. I mean, look at that. Woo!
You so much.
Go Elea. Go Elea.
It feels much longer.
Anyway, so yeah, moving on quickly then. So we are going...
Very fun.
and I'm keeping going. Because why not?
You know,
So yeah, another sort of bad thing about this game is the game can be kind of finicky with picking items up and dropping them, as you see here. So there's sort of like a little second or two delay. So you pick it up, but you think it's not working, but she actually picks it up and then she drops it again. So anyway, just again be aware of that. So for this achievement, what you have to do, follow what I'm doing there. So put the gate back on the crib. Grab that drawer, put it back on the drawer, and you need a door, which is just to the left of us there. So grab that and put it back on, and that will be the good job achievement. So there is that. So nip out and talk to your son, Frankie. Now, there is another achievement called the Master of Curiosity, which you have to click on certain items that make Elea speak throughout the house. So you've got a couple in Elea's room, in the kitchen, in the spa, and there's one for the house achievement, and there's also another for the spaceship, which we will go through, of course, when we get through it a little bit later on.
you mean I can invade my son's
So
privacy?
again, and this is exactly what I mean with the dialogue. There's so much of it and no option to skip. And when she does talk,
What do I do?
she goes rather slowly.
Sent you an invite. You gotta go to the main firm.
And you don't need to come into the kitchen,
In the study?
bathroom even. That's just me having a look, taking a look down the burst, seeing
Can't
how
I do it from the wrist?
nice it actually is. All lovely.
Do you know how much I weigh?
A little exercise never hurt anyone.
I'll tell you about exercise. You just get back here.
So then, when they finally stop talking, there you can see Elea and Ethan's room. So this is where we will head off first for the Master of Curiosity achievement. Again, you open the door. It takes a while to sort of load up, but there's the dress right in front of you. So go and click on that first.
She wanted me to look elegant, but instead I looked awkward. Or at least I felt that way. The next time I wore them was at my mother's funeral. Oh, why am I still holding on to these clothes? It's kind of hypocritical of me to nag at Ethan about his hoarding.
And next, go ahead and click on the mirror when she stops speaking, and a whole bunch of crazy crap starts happening. But again, for a pregnant chick, she can move. She can damn move. And then next, go ahead and grab the coffee cup, which is on the right-hand side of the bed there, next to Elea. And then go to the left-hand side drawer of the bed, and you will find some folic acid pills, which you'll need to take. Go ahead, go straight into the bathroom then. The lights come on automatically, and what you'll just have to do is you click up and down to go into the inventory. So just grab the coffee cup or the folic acid, whichever one first. And in fact, actually no, just tap on the tap there, or the faucet, sorry it's called, and it'll all do it automatically. So just keep clicking the right trigger. It'll do it automatically, and that will be yet another part of the Master of Curiosity done. And now we can exit out of the bedroom. Right, so now we will start heading down the stairs. Now, if you go to the left of this bit, which I will show you, we'll see where the living room, kitchen, and the sort of basement and storage area is. We'll need to go there in a second, but for now, just go ahead to the right. You see the spa on the left, the garage on the right. We'll all need to visit those very quickly, but the power will go out, so you'll have to turn around and just go to the basement and storage area. So that painting there, just go to the left of that. keep sticking to the left-hand side, and you will end up at the basement and storage area. And don't worry, there's no jump scares or anything like that.
Again, be careful going down. Here's a soundtrack for you. Oops, sorry, not that one.
Now then, this next bit was actually a pain in the ass for me. She will need a basement key. Ethan will say he's left it on a table. Now, the first two times I played it, it was right there, right on the kitchen counter. And this time, because it was all random, by the way, so it can be absolutely anywhere. So obviously, when I'm recording, it wasn't there this time.
Excuse me for a moment.
But it can be literally anywhere. It'll still be in this sort of area, either on the table there, but it actually ends up being on the drawer just in front of us there. And I finally spot it. What an absolute pain in the ass that is. Again, it is random, just be aware of that. So what you'll have to do then is, and like I said, it's quite finicky. You'll have to get it quite spot on. And then just press the right trigger once to pick it up, and then right trigger to put it in your pocket. And then head over to the basement. And then we can move down. Again, no jump scares, so no worries.
Ethan, I'm... of course, the battery dies at the best possible moment.
Boo! No, like, sorry, no, there is no jump scare. You just have to switch the generator on there, press the right trigger. Happy days. It'll take a little while to sort of kick in. But once it does, you can move back upstairs, and then we can do some more progress towards the Master of Curiosity.
Okay, to the study. Ugh. Francis?
Right then, so once we're back up, if you move over to the sort of messy sink area and click the right trigger on that, some more dialogue will appear.
If the world depended on it, Ethan would still leave a mess anywhere he goes. I'll ask him to invest in the Staho this time when he returns.
And then from the messy sink area, if you just turn around,
Be happy to have the extra help.
don't actually know where I'm off. Yeah, there we go then. So just go over to this sort of broken sofa chair or whatever there, and she will speak about the broken wine glass. Turn around from here, and there will be a small little bathroom. You'll just need to nip in and activate the mirror like you did upstairs in the bathroom.
Oh. Thanks, Thunder.
Right then, so from the bathroom we're done with this area now, and now we can move forward where we were earlier. You can have a sort of look around at the living room. It's nice for 2093, I tell you what. They got some money on them spaceships, I tell you. So then, the first double doors you see will be the spa. So open that up, and directly on your right you will see a fish mural. So again, click the right trigger on that to spark up some more dialogue.
Water and all water creatures. While I would rather be on Mars, where water is so scarce and the largest organism is only visible through a microscope. Although I have a diver in my family from my mother's side. My great-grandfather used to swim with the great white sharks. I wonder if these are extinct now.
Walk forward and directly in front of you, you will see a moon rock. So pick it up once and put it back with the left trigger and then pick it up again to spark some dialogue.
You know something, River Elea?
What, Ethan Emmanuel?
Your eyes are full of stars, much like this rock.
A gift for me? Not too original, is it?
Yeah, but real enough.
Right, so after you pick up the moon rock, go to the left. There's a gym right in front of you, but we will be going to the left door, which is the sauna. Now, in this sauna, we will be getting an achievement in here called Steam Lover, and this will also give us some progress towards another achievement called Lazy, which will require you to be sitting down on various seats throughout the game and lying on your bed on the spaceship. There's only about 5 or 6, so there's nothing to worry about here, and of course this is all included in the guide. Now for this particular achievement, all you've got to do is just simply sit here for a couple of minutes until it pops. So there's the achievement for that then. Just press either the B button or the left trigger button to get up. You don't have to turn the sauna off, but, you know, saving electricity and all that. Saving the planet, etc, etc. I do my part on video games. And now we're going to exit the sauna and go straight ahead into the garage before you head up the stairs. Now all we'll be doing in here is just quickly clicking on the motorcycle to get some dialogue before heading up the stairs. But again, of course, she moves extremely slow for some reason. Apparently she can't talk and walk at the same time.
Recording is such madness. I hope Francis doesn't take after his father on this.
So then when she finally reaches up the stairs, we've got a painting right there, and if you go directly to the left of that, that will be seat number 2 for the lazy achievement. What we're meant to be doing is finding an iPad, which again is in a random place, to find the study code, but of course I've already got it, so we won't be doing that. We'll just be nipping straight into the study. Now if you sit down, just do it for about 10 to 20 seconds just to be on the safe side. Alright then, so she's completely wrong. If you type in the code 4472, that will grant you access. Do not listen to Elea. And here is the access point then, so you can sort of have a look around if you want to. Have a look on the left, there's nothing really of interest there or anything to do. So you can just go to the right and click onto Ethan's computer. So all happy days, she will charge her bracelet, which is basically just a more expensive Fitbit. And what you'll need to do is scroll across to messages when it lets you. Press the A button, that will unlock the parental guidance access thing. So you can access Francis's room. And make sure to press the right bumper to have a look at your ultrasound picture as well. And that should get you the Master of Curiosity achievement.
Hello, baby. Who are you, Tell Mommy who you are. You are Thunder? No, too Norse. Not like you. You will be Light. Lucien. Lucien.
Now that's all done, all you have to do is accept the call from your husband by again pressing the A button. We'll exit the study and we will head to Francis's room. And that will be the end of chapter 1, and then we will go straight into chapter 2. So nice and easy to start with, right?
Such a smart ass belongs in the study.
I already finished the job in the study. So, today I was accused of making the weather bad and also, quote, dooming him to exile, quote, here in this boring house.
He actually said that you doomed him to exile?
Uh-huh. He also said he preferred the weather on Mars 10 times more.
That's because he hasn't been in a sandstorm that rips your nose off the moment you stick it out.
I told him that. I don't know, but I think he has a master plan to drive me crazy.
Well, don't forget, he's still adapting, just like we all are. It'll pass.
I hope you're right. You're not gonna see me coming, little man. Frankie?
Hello, Elea.
Switch off, Sophie. Francis? Huh?
When is father coming back?
What?
You have to go find him, Mother.
Frankie? Lou?
Right then, so there was the story-related achievement for completing Chapter 1, A Life Full of Glitches. Now there are 2 achievements you can acquire in Chapter 2, and one will start off basically straight away. But, again, this one can be kind of finicky. I had to replay it 3 times on each playthrough for it to unlock. And what you'll be doing is, once you start off, you'll head towards the door, but you'll be trapped in a labyrinth. If you do what I do, which is turn around, have a look at the sort of red and orange wire on the floor and follow that, you should easily get there within 15 seconds, but sometimes the game doesn't recognize it, so you might have to just quit to the main menu and continue on and retry it a couple of times.
What's going on? Kazumi, Voyager 1231 River, Elea, Catherine Jones, requesting assistance to exit.
Okay, so that's exactly what you have to do then. It is easy enough, but I hope that it unlocked for you guys and gals on the first attempt, rather than having to quit out and retry it again. Now, for the second achievement in this big bubble will appear right here. Now, Elea will basically say, nah, better not nip into that. What you'll be doing, just head straight into it, stay in there until you sort of die, or, well, soft reset rather than die on this one. So you'll have to do that once and then you'll start again.
What?
Again? Kazumi, Voyager 1231 River, Elea, Catherine Jones, requesting assistance to exit.
And after again just a little bit of waiting, that same big bubble will appear. So if you head straight into it again, that will soft reset you for a second time, and you'll go back through the exact same thing for a third time. So she sort of puts up a bit of force telling you not to do it, but you're going to do it anyway. Because hey, you're here for achievements, aren't you? So we'll just do it.
Again? Kazumi, Voyager 1231 River, Elea, Catherine Jones, requesting assistance to exit.
Alright then, so after the second time of this happening, that same big bubble will appear for a third time, and once again you will go into it, but this time you will get the achievement. You'll also get a red screen of death, and you'll be booted out straight to the main menu. Now, obviously it's good because you got the achievement, but what it does is when you get back into it, you will actually you will be just waiting around for about 5 to 6 minutes of the game before anything happens. So it might seem like the game is broken, so you've got the achievement there. It might seem like the game is broken when you go back into it, but all you're doing is just waiting around for around 5 to 6 minutes before she asks Kazumi, the spaceship AI, for help. So don't think the game's broken or anything, that's just the way the game was designed. So you can either do this now, or you could just do it later on and leave it as a last achievement if you want to get through this a bit quicker. So there we go, back in the main menu, just continue. And again, you'll be waiting quite a while for it to kick in.
What's going on?
So yeah, at this point it's probably best to go get yourself a cheeky cup of tea, a drink, quick snack, or take a quick poop or something. while you wait around, because there's not a lot. There's the exit, but there's not really a lot else to do in this room while you wait. Yeah, you can try and have a look at the door, see if there's any way you can, you know, nip through, but there is literally just no way through. Which is, like I said, I mean, if it was, I'm assuming it was put into the game on purpose, this achievement, and for this to happen, because if that's the case, then that is actually very clever, no matter how frustrating it is that we're waiting about for it. Some clever things going on in this game, which makes it, again, really enjoyable.
Kazumi, Voyager 1231 River, Elea, Catherine Jones, requesting assistance to exit.
So, woohoo, we have finally made it then. There's still a little bit of waiting around to do. You'll see a shark floating by, and then, well, there's a little head. What's in the box? But you'll see exactly who's in the box now when he sort of floats over. So, there's the bubble. Obviously, this time you don't need to go into that, so don't worry about that. And again, you're sort of just waiting around for a further couple of minutes.
speaking shark now?
What's in the box? Oh, it's just Ethan. Just Ethan's head floating about. And then, whoops, jump scare. Okay, it's not really a jump scare. But she looks like she's losing her goddamn mind. So, now we can finally move on from this area. So, go to the right of the bubble. And you will be able, there will be a little icon that appears. Nip forward a little bit. Press the right trigger. The bubble will start to float up, and then finally, eventually, the elevator doors will open, and you will be able to move on. Again, it's incredible. This chapter is actually really, really short, but because you're waiting around for a while, it makes it just that bit longer. And freedom to do not a lot else. Again, we will just be waiting about. Literally, that's all you're doing at this point. You'll be waiting about. Kazumi will appear eventually. A bit of dialogue will happen. And then that's the end of chapter 2. So you'll get the Cars achievement for completing a broken mindscape, the second chapter. And then we move on to the third and final chapter in the game.
Voyager River Elea, are you with me?
Kaz, what happened?
There was an interference with your console.
What interference?
Something in here. I can't read the data. Interesting.
You can't...
I suggest to speak in private. Come to MedScan. I need to examine you anyway.
Why do I need to be examined?
I'm executing a forced shutdown now.
Kaz, are you there?
So for this bit then, obviously just sort of walk into the atom light or whatever the hell that is. Yeah, sort of just walk about, look about, and eventually it will end.
That's enough, Kaz.
Jones?
So welcome to chapter 3 then. Now there are a couple of more achievements that we will be doing in this one, including, now you remember the Master of Curiosity achievement where you had to click on certain things to get Elea to speak. We will be doing another sort of type achievement like this, but because there wasn't really a list, I couldn't find a list, I didn't know what was good and what was not. Basically, what we'll be doing is just going from room to room, having a look at absolutely everything. So I've sort of done it quite slowly, so it's easy enough for you guys to follow. But again, follow it and you will get it. And we will also be getting the rest of the lazy achievement, plus another couple of miscellaneous ones as well. So as you start off, you will see Alice Jones right ahead of you on her VR headset, and a bit of dialogue will be happening.
Elle, are you alright?
Is this your way of showing concern, Alice?
But I am concerned. I guess you haven't checked your mailbox.
Damn it, he sent it to everyone?
You pissed him off real good.
Until the remote observation cycle is concluded? That's another month at least. How can this idleness be of any use? I don't get it.
For all it matters, I am on your side.
Oh, that changes everything.
What? You don't believe I want you to find your husband?
I believe you don't care.
Oh well, you might be right.
Right then, so now there are 4 floors on this whole deck, and only really the first floor has anything, has the sort of most rooms. 2 and 3 only have 1 or 2 you can look in, maybe 3. And this is floor 4, and this is the only floor that is on here. So
Nah.
I actually messed up here. You got to look out the window anyway, but this same dialogue happens if you take a seat anyway, so you'll have to go through this little bit of dialogue again, whatever you do.
People dug up down there. Whatever's causing these, what you call them? Space-time rifts? Made whoever hide the ship from us to hide the ship from us. If there was a way, I'd just haul the damn thing back to the solar system and forget about investigating on Solus.
You're not even a little curious? I don't get it.
Curiosity is overrated.
Did you and I ever talk about the fate of Pilgrimage?
I don't know what you're referring to.
What do you think happened on that ship?
The pilgrimage? I don't know. I'm just an IT person.
I'm asking you what you think. Nobody knows anything anyway.
Well, only an existential threat would push the ship nav to quarantine the whole ship.
But why wasn't there a distress signal?
It wasn't a technical issue, that's for sure. World Tree-class network architectures are virtually fail-safe.
So you mean the distress signal was blocked out on purpose?
I don't know, Jones. I'm kind of somewhere else in my head right now.
Okay then, so once the long bit of dialogue ends, if you just look at the can and sort of pick up the magazine thing there, or the book, looks like a very interesting read indeed. Put that down with the left trigger, and then you can take a seat for more progress towards the lazy achievement. Again, just sit down for about 10 to 20 seconds so the game can recognize that you've done it, just in case, because the last thing you want to be doing is going through it again. And again, there's really not a lot to have a look at, so just click the right trigger on that sort of hologram there, pick up the iPad and just take a look at that. A couple of nice looking pasties there as well. Lovely gravitational pasties. Yeah, just have a look at the walls, have a look at everything. Again, it might not even be anything to do with the achievement on this floor, but literally you never know. And the last thing, again, like you want to be doing is going through the entire game and going through every floor again, just in case.
That'll be an invasion of her privacy.
Should I try another memory?
Okay, so before we move on to any of the floors then, we will be heading into the Mars simulation to get 3 achievements on this. Now, there is one that if you actually miss, you'll actually have to go through the game again because you cannot get it, and that is the Pushing Me Softly achievement, which you will see me do right now. Okay then, so once we spawn right underneath this big old giant statue's butthole, yeah, that is a hell of a bouldered ass. Just turn around and you see the red origami swan right there. Now I have some trouble picking it up. Again, the game can be quite finicky, as you're probably aware at this point. But what you'll have to do is get this red origami, and to that white origami swan that is on that pointed upwards rock, be careful with the aiming, and then you should knock it off easily. I tried it from a different angle, missed. Couldn't find the red swan again, and I had to replay the whole game just to get to this point again. So again, just be very careful with that. So another achievement we will be going for is the socializing achievement. So if, walk up to this lady right here, or this holographic lady. There are about 12 different sets of people that are around this simulation, so you'll need to just interact with and look at each and every single one of them. So if you go to the right, the robot is not included in this. Go all the way to the right and you will see a man and a boy sitting on a bench. Again, sort of have a look at them for, you know, 5 to 10 to 15 seconds just to make sure that it counts. And then just nip right back to the front, and you can see a big bubble thing there with a lady at the railing. So go and take a look at her. And then press the right trigger to interact with the bubble. And she'll say, yeah. Yeah. Right, so once that is done, then if you just turn around right to the left, you'll see a boy lying down on a bench. And then once you look at him, if you just keep going, you will see a bunch of people dancing as well. Unfortunately, she doesn't seem to dance as well as she did in her baby's bedroom at the beginning of the game in her house. She's slower and crapper, which is a damn shame. She had some good moves when she was pregnant. Right, but once we've done that, we will head back to the front where the lady just was at the railing with a big bubble, and we will actually go up the stairs to enter into a cutscene. Right then, so once this little cutscene ends, you'll see a lady sort of hanging off a stage, hanging off the pole, sort of right there again. Have a quick look at her. And then directly to the right of her is a man sitting on a bench. Now, you should definitely be sitting on this bench with him, as that gives you more progress towards the lazy achievement. So once you jump up to the right, you should see that running man right there, and he will stop directly in front of you at the fountain. So again, look at him, and then after you look at him, there is a girl, as you can see, right on top of the fountain, so look at her as well. Okay, so directly from that little girl then, go to the left, turn around behind the bench, and you will see what looks like Ethan. And some more crazy shit happens, and then directly beneath you, just have a look at the iPad. Now this is important, you have to do this to get the achievement and to exit the Mars simulation as well. So then, right away from there, stick to the left-hand side and keep continuing forward, and you will see two people working out, one doing sit-ups and another watching him. A lazy bar stool. Okay, again, directly from where you were, just keep going to the end. Instead of going into that main area there, head to the left and you will see what looks like a girl just by the water. Now, this is where the achievement should normally unlock, but I think it's the same for everyone in every game. Some of the characters, or the holograms, actually change position. So you think you've got them all, but some of them change position and you'll have to look at those same people again. So she's fine for now. Just go back to the way you came. And right here then, you will see that the guy is now doing push-ups instead of sit-ups. What a buff man. So there's one. I think there's only 2 more that we actually need to see. But again, just in case, just have a look at everyone else you come across again. So have a look at the man on the fountain here. Have a look at the girl sitting on top of the fountain. And then when you turn around again, just have a look at the man sitting on the bench and the lady on the right hand side of you now on the pole or the stage or whatever. But really, I'm pretty sure the lady at the railings opposite the big bubble, that is where the achievement usually should unlock for you. So there we go then. It's easy enough to obviously have a look through. It's obviously even easier when you're following a video guide there. But now we're all done in the Mars Sim, so all you have to do is just go directly to the end, click on the exit simulation, and that will get you your 3rd and final Mars simulation related achievement. And now we can move on with the game.
Goodbye, Mars.
So then now we are finally out of the Mars Sim. Now we can keep moving on, and well, the way to do that, you just head towards the elevator, push the elevator button there, and we will have floor 1, 2 and 3. So floor 1 is where all the living quarters, the sort of recreation quarters are as well. Floor 2 is where the engineering and reactor core, service core things are like that. And then you got the captain quarters on floor 3. So straight away then we'll just head down to floor 1. We'll carry on with a bit of the main story first, just to get everything into place. So then head out of the elevator and go directly to the right, and all you have to do then, press the left bumper to run, because of course you can run now, which is always nice. And keep going straight, don't turn anywhere else, head straight down and you will be at the med bay. And of course again, just like in every room we'll be doing and have done so far, just have a look at every little table. I turned off and turned on lamps just in case. Probably makes no difference at all, but you never know. So just have a look at everything just to be on the safe side. For the Master of Recovery achievement, you will have to turn on those 2 TVs right there. And also the seat just to the left of that will be another progress related lazy achievement. You know what I mean. Sitting on the seat will give you more progress towards the lazy achievement. That's obviously what I meant. I'm glad you guys got it as well. So again, just another 10-20 seconds, sit here, just so the game recognizes that. And then once you're sure that you've looked at absolutely everything in this room, head into this door right here, and that will give you some more main story progression. And you'll be having a chat with Kazumi, the spaceship's AI. And you'll have to do what's... It's a bit weird, the controls here. You've got to just press up on the left stick, and you can only move Alice around. Alice, not even Alice, I mean Elea, obviously. So move Elea around with the right stick, and then just keep pressing the up stick, and she will move in said direction. And then after this, there'll just be a whole lot of dialogue with Kazumi, so we'll be waiting around for another couple of minutes.
The misbalance in your theta brainwaves apparently the result of amygdalar hyperactivity caused by the Mindscape glitch. Would you describe what you experienced in there?
I was revisiting a memory, and then there was a presence, but not from the memory. I don't know how to explain it. The timeline got all screwed up and the simulation kicked me out, and that's when I started calling you, but you weren't responding. And then I saw my husband.
Was he the presence?
No, I don't know. There was this swarm of light inside the simulation. I think it caused the glitch. And it was there again right after you turned the equipment off.
You mean on the observation deck?
Yes, it floated there for a few moments and then vanished. Don't you have it on camera?
No,
Not even in any spectrum.
I'm afraid not.
Kaz, am I going crazy?
Would you like to take a psych test now?
That was a rhetorical question.
Oh,
Kaz, will you help me get to the pilgrimage?
yes.
What, just like that?
Some preparations are in order.
I mean, you would be breaking protocol. You shouldn't be able to do that.
There are ways around that.
What do I do?
You have to get in one of the escape pods. Then I'll steer you to the pilgrimage. First, however, you have to make a copy of me on your wristcom.
A copy of you?
Correct. You won't be able to navigate to the pilgrimage without Chipno assistance. And even if we assume that my counterpart there is online, there's a fair chance she might be an obstacle. Either way, my assistance would be of existential value to you.
So then there will be two of you?
Someone has to break protocol.
I'll pretend that I understand how this works. What do you need me to do?
First, you need to get a memory expansion for your wristcom from the engineering core, so I could fit in. Second, you'll have to access the mainframe and use its link port to copy me. The only Voyagers with access to the mainframe are Alice Winters and Philip Loving, so you will have to be very persuasive.
Could I have all of this in writing, please?
Done.
Has anyone ever told you you are a sweetheart?
Yes.
Okay, so now we are finally out of the medbay with a little bit more story progression. Now we will be searching through each and every single room on the first floor. So if you turn left right here, this is where the living quarters are. Now you'll see 4 doors, but only 2 of them will be open. So living quarters A, B, and C will not be open, but living room quarters D will be. So head on in. And again, look at absolutely everything. Again, it might not even make a difference, but again, you never know. Pick up any magazines, anything with the picking up option. Just do it just in case. And another thing is we'll have to be talking to... I'm not sure if we even need to talk to these people, but again, better to be safe than sorry there. A couple of space engineers. So we've got one here, Young Yoon, Sung Park, June Rain.
Nice try with the captain, but next time please don't speak
Yeah,
on
talk to
my
her. The dialogue
behalf,
won't even take too long, which is always good. And we will also be getting another achievement in this room as well, which will be right at the back here. So have a look again. Should all be good just in case, but these little dice here, all you've got to do is just click the right trigger on the dice and you'll be getting the pair of sixes achievement. Doesn't even have to land on sixes. It can land on any double and you will get it eventually. Just keep going, you'll get it quite quickly. And there it is. And now we've done everything we can in this room, so we can move out and go straight to the right and go into Elea's room. I also have to say a big thanks to Bala Rush, who actually informed me of really what to do on this achievement, because I could not find anything of how to do it or what to do, but he was the one who told me how to do it. So a big thanks to him and a big shout out to him as well. So now we are in Elea's room. Have a look at the iPad again. Have a look at everything on her desk right there. Turn the lamp on and off if you must. Important to look out the window to get the dialogue going.
Humans don't need other worlds. We need mirrors.
And as soon as that's done, turn around, go into the right. There's nothing in the left. There will be a spacesuit in the right for you to look at. And then if you have a look underneath the bed there on the right hand drawer. Now do it from an angle. I did it from straight on and I basically got stuck and had to replay it from the beginning of the chapter, which really annoyed me. So do it from an angle, pick up the moon rock, and that will count. And then more progress towards this lazy achievement is lying on your bed. Again, if you want, just have one last look at everything. Nip into your bathroom. There's nothing to pick up at all, but again, it's always just to be on the safe side. Have a look at everything. Maybe it could be that last missing toilet you needed. Nothing in the dresser there, so you can just swiftly move on. We will be back in a little while for this, though. Again, if you do get stuck, there are signs on the floor telling you where to go. So if you just follow my directions, go to the left. You can try and get into network support, but you can't get in there just yet.
So loving of you.
So keep going forward. You can have a look at some doors. You can't get in the cryo lab at all, which is always good. And this is where you'll need to go, because right at the end you will need to go into the planetary room. These two here are both locked. You'll never need to go in them, so that's fine. So go in here and you will, not much again to look at, but always worth having a look at things. Click on the right trigger on that to make it sort of switch on and off, and remember to speak to Andrew Huang on the right hand side as well.
Any new readings, Andrew?
You mean, after our little chat with the captain? What you said, it's unlikely that the firewall would just shut down on its own.
Right then, so out of the planetary lab there, there's actually no point going to the left, because these two you can't get into the storage facility at all, and the airlocks you can't get until the end of the game anyway. Just thought I'd show you anyway, just so you know that it is a bit fruitless and a bit pointless. So we've only got one more room then to look at. So if you go to the right, that's where the elevator is, but if you turn around directly in front of you, that is where the recreation center is. Now, of course, we will be getting progress for the achievement that we're currently doing, but also for another achievement that we can get quite quickly.
Oh, sorry guys. Lights off.
So again, have a look at everything sort of on the dinner table there. Have a look at everything in the kitchen. Again, we will be back down here for the main story in a little bit. Pick up the magazine as you've been doing. And again, don't forget to talk to the two guys there. You'll only be able to talk to the guy on the right hand side.
I told you this request is a useless move, Al.
Yes, he knows because he's the master of those.
Watch the board, Franco.
And then when that's done, then again, just have a little look at everything, but then you will be able to just head down the stairs directly behind you. Click on the Spotology arcade system. She won't obviously be able to do that. And then have a look at the gym. So this is where we are getting the sharpshooter achievement. So pick up the basketball with the right trigger, aim quite carefully, and then press the left trigger to throw it. Now, there were a number of people who said they've had to do it a couple of times, play for a couple of minutes, but I found that the magic number was 5. So as long as you shoot 5 baskets, that will be enough to get you the little bit of progress we need to get the achievement, which we will get in just a little while anyway. So get those 5 baskets, have a look around the gym, and then we will move on. Okay then, so now we've got all the progress we need from down here. Now we are moving up to floor 3, and now there's only one room to look at, and have a look at everything around floor 3, and also get the sharpshooter achievement, which is related to shooting them baskets just then. Okay then, so go straight ahead. You will see that the left and the right rooms are both locked, so there's only one to go in. And straight away then, if you go to your right hand side, you will see a can on the table. So pick up that can, go all the way to the left back side of the room and drop it in the bin, and that will get you the sharpshooter achievement. Nice and easy. Might be a bit confusing if you, of course, haven't played before and there was no guides or anything. So next thing to do then, now this is a just in case. This pencil here I also put in the bin just to be on the safe side for the Master of Recovery achievement. Again, might not need it, but always best to be on the safe side. And you also get the lazy achievement right here. So if you grab these two little things, the weird device and this little booklet for more progress. There you go, nice beeping device. Take a seat, and this will unlock the lazy achievement finally. Happy days, nice and easy. Click the right trigger on that to make the hologram appear there. Again, have a look at everything that's on the desk, and the next thing we'll be able to well, what we actually need to do is hack the computer. Now, the hacking system's quite weird. What you have to do is push the left stick and the right stick both inwards, both at the same time, so that the frequencies sort of match up, as you will see here. And as it illuminates, as soon as you see it illuminate, go back to it and then just match it up to the frequency and that, and then press A to hack it. Might take a few attempts to sort of get used to, but you will get there in the end. Right then, so now that we've got everything we need to do up there, now we can just go to floor 2. Again, at the minute there's only 2 open rooms, and then we can basically just carry on with the main story, which is quick enough to get done. So we're almost coming up now to the end of the game. Yeah, go to the right then, go into the reactor core. Really nothing barely to look at all in this room actually. You can just click on the reactor core switch to make it come on and switch off. So have a little bit play about with them just to be on the safe side again. And then go to the right again, and at the top here you will find the engineering room. And once again, you know, just have a look, as you've been doing throughout all the rooms, just have a look at all the things and make sure to talk to the engineer right here.
It's ridiculous. We might just as well go back
In fact, I'm pretty sure, yes, she is indeed the last one. So right ahead there is the maintenance hatch. We will be using that later on to end the game. And the service core there we will be going through a little tiny bit later as well. We can't get through without Alice's RISCOM at the moment. So that is that for now. Now we can just move on. It'll be sort of a bit of back and forth between the first and fourth floor, but we will get there eventually. So what we'll be doing now is just getting Alice a nice cup of coffee. We need her RISCOM, as Kazumi has stated. So what we'll need to do, we'll grab her coffee cup. She wants a coffee. We'll go and get that, and then we've got a little bit of medication just to help her sleep, just to pop in her drink. So we will go ahead and do that.
Phil, is that you?
No, still me. Phil has locked himself in.
He said he was coming up. Oh well. Can you do me a favor?
Sure. What is it?
I need a coffee refill in case you're headed downstairs. My mug's over here.
Cream? Sugar?
Black, thanks.
It's empty. If I drop a pinch of Coraline, I could easily get her RISCOM. That's it. I'm sure I have some Coraline in my room. Here you go, Alice.
Just leave it here, thanks.
You mindscape too much. Can be bad for you.
Yeah.
River Elea, you have one new message from Earth. It's from your son, Francis. You must be excited, your heartbeat doubled. Do you want me to transfer the message to your wristcom?
Time to get emotional.
The recovery is now switching to night mode. Have a good rest, everyone.
Play the message, Kaz.
Hello, Mother. You must be wondering why I haven't been talking to you. I realize that doesn't make much sense unless you know the reason, so here it is. I found out what you did. I know it was you who insisted they reject me from the recovery. I'm surprised you thought I wouldn't eventually find out. Or maybe you didn't care. What does it matter if I found out when it's too late, right? I'm sure you did it to keep me safe. But that doesn't make me less angry. I thought after Dad, you would know better than to blatantly betray the trust of those who love you. Don't you realize I'm the only one left? I went to see Lou yesterday. Funnily, he asked about you. Apparently now they're teaching them how to feign interest in others. He almost got me for a second, but then I saw the usual blank stare. And, yeah. Bet you're still stuck in the recovery. I thought that Milosevic guy was a real captain. I would have made a cosmic fuss if I were you. Just don't say how this means that it's better that I'm not there, okay? I can totally hear you say it. Please, who still loves you. Francis out.
Okay, now we are going up to the 4th floor again to see Alice knocked out. And this will be the last chance that you can actually talk to anybody else, because everyone else will be gone and asleep somewhere. So that'll be your last chance to do that.
I guess everyone has stopped working, but me.
Damn son, she is knocked out. So go and grab her wristcom, and then now we can access rooms that we couldn't access earlier on. So we'll be going straight back down to floor 1 into network support. Right then, so from the elevator, turn right, eventually. And what we'll be getting is Alice's poker key, which has a couple of security codes on it, and then we can go up to the floor 2, go to the service core, and almost end the game. So again, have a look at little things in this room. Turn the lamp on and off. Look at that. Hideous looking statues. You'll find Alice's poker key just on straight in front of you. So pick it up twice with the right trigger. Now!
Connected to the server unit.
So the reason that there are 4 codes on this poker key, there are 2 lockers upstairs. One that will help you with the puzzle to basically end the game, and the other one is to unlock another dresser to find a Skyrim helmet for some random reason. But that will help you also get the Master of Recovery achievement, so that always helps. So that is everything that we need to do on floor 1, apart from you'll be coming here to run towards the end of the games. So now we'll just nip up to floor 2. So what you think you'll need to do is head left into the service core, but before we do that we'll go up to the back, go to engineering where we were earlier, and remember I said we need to come back, we need to actually pick up a memory add-on for Alice's wrist comm to pair it up with Kazumi. So right here is where you find the memory add-on, so grab that, and then we can nip straight over to the service core to do what basically is the end puzzle of the game. Was there any other puzzles in the game? I don't think there was there? But no, now we can more or less end it. So here's the service core. I tell you what, these little goddamn Hoover smelly robot things, they piss me off. But anyway, here we go. Just walk straight forward. Nothing can harm you there. Make sure to pair that up. And then we are in. Now the puzzle itself is quite easy. I'll explain it anyway.
Please use your poke key to unlock the main computer terminal. There's a daily sequence for the mainframe that you must enter in a correct order.
Right, so remember we got Alice's poker key, now it's got a couple of codes on it. This is what we are going for. Master of Recovery coming right here. So again, it's all randomized. It'll be one or the other. So I tried the 9865 code first. Sometimes it'll work straight away, sometimes it won't. If it's not that, just get up Alice's poker key again, and it'll just be the number next to that. So it's not too difficult to get this bit. But then you will find the Skyrim helmet, and another achievement unlocks. Nice and easy. So there you go then, enter the code 1345, and hopefully if you've been following along with this video, this is where you should get the achievement. If not, then you might actually have to replay the game, which I know can be a pain in the ass. But again, if you've been following the video, you shouldn't have any issues and you should unlock it. Now, go to the left side of the locker, and normally the code 1355 normally works for me. Sorry, not 1355, I mean 3155. Ignore me. That should normally work, and now this is where we will find out how to do the puzzle. Now, in the email it says something about a reset thing on Friday. So you've got Monday through to Sunday on there. So obviously have a look at Friday's order. Write it down if you have to. But you've got F line 1, A line 3, C line 1, etc, etc. So on the right then, and on the left, you've got these big computer, these big server core units or whatever. And obviously if you do get stuck, you can just click up and down on the inventory just to have a look. So what we have to do then, as you can see then, you've got A, B, C, D, E and F. On each side you've got, there's one line, and then you can see where the 2 lines are, not well on the F side there, and then you've got numbers 1, 2 and 3, so it's easy enough when you understand what you're doing. So for instance, F line 1, we're in F, we're in the first line, and there's the first one, so you'll hear like a couple of little beeps to know that you've done it right. Then you go to A line 3, or A2 3, whatever you find easier. If you do it wrong, you'll hear like a sort of, it'll go red and sort of be like a little rejection beep. But there you go, C 1 line 1, and then F 2 lines 3. So you sort of, once you know what you're doing, it is easy enough. But if you don't read that email, it might seem a bit impossible. And then just go to B line 2, just to finish it off, and then we are on the home stretch of this game.
Well done. Now place your wristcom against the link port to pair it with the mainframe. Please add a permission to start the process. Hello, River Elea.
Hello, Portable Kaz.
Now I must signal the captain that you have wrongfully gained access to the mainframe.
Are you kidding me?
I must follow protocol, remember? I advise you to hurry to the escape pods now, as it is highly likely that someone will try to apprehend you. Take good care of her, Portable Kaz. Aye, aye, Captain.
This is getting far too schizophrenic.
Only a little.
Right then, so potentially it seems that Kazumi's a bit of a jerk off, having to inform the captain of what you've done. So now what you've got to do is run from the crew. But really all you'll be doing is bumping into one of the crew, and you'll be able to kick her right in the vag anyway. So all's well that ends well, right?
Here we
go.
go.
Answer the call from this guy, and then just keep heading on to the elevator so you can get the dialogue with Kazumi.
Told. Report to the bridge immediately.
I'm not the military captain. I have other loyalties.
You're making a big mistake, Doctor.
Kaz.
Yes, River Elea?
Any ideas?
You are alone on the deck. I'll temporarily block the elevator.
But how do I get to the escape pods without the elevator?
Go to maintenance core, and from there, take the maintenance shaft down to deck 1. Keep in mind that it is 25.321 meters deep, so gravitational thrusters will be crucial. Now turn off your wristcom until you've reached the pod, otherwise they will detect you.
Got it.
Right, here we are. Back in engineering, go to the back where the one crew member was, pick up the spacesuit. Now this has got thrusters on it, and this is where we'll be getting another achievement for jumping down the maintenance hatch and pressing the thrusters just before you land so you don't die. If you do manage to die, you can just reset not too far from here, but let's have a look at the achievements, what you should have so far. All you should have left to unlock are 2 for basically completing the game, and the one we're just about to do. If you want to have a little look through. So anyway then, moving on, go straight ahead to the maintenance hatch. Grab the lever on the left there. Press right trigger to pick that up and then to put it right on the door. And then she won't even seem that scared that she might just be about to die. So yes, just press A. You've got a bit of leeway with how much room you've got to do it in, but press A just before you hit the bottom to unlock another achievement. I do it just about here actually. I walk forward a bit too far. But there you go, there's that one. Should unlock. And now just follow where I go in the little vent area.
Okay, I am not afraid. Do not rush. Do you see what I'm seeing, Kaz? What is this thing?
Attention all crew. Dr. River Elea Catherine Jones is to be apprehended on sight and escorted to the bridge immediately. I repeat, whoever lays an eye on Dr. River Elea Catherine Jones is to bring her to me this instant.
Now all you need to do is run, run, run. Not straight ahead, but turn to the right and just keep going straight. And like I said, Hung Young Lee Sung Sing Park Rain will come around the corner, so you just kick her straight in the badge. And then turn to the right, and you should be game done. And this is the corner she hits it out, so bam, I actually miss her there. The first time I played it, I hit her right in the gut, and it was brilliant. Yep, slow-mo, all cool slow motion stuff. Go to the right, and that's it. You can now not be caught. So all you got to do now is just wait around until Kazumi sort of appears. You get an achievement. The blue helmet there is the one you need to pick up as soon as Kazumi is around. Go to airlock 3, and that is the game done. We've just got to finish the epilogue, and then that is the game actually done.
Does anything work here? Kazumi, goddamn you! Kaz, you must help me! Kazumi, what's happening?
Quickly, Elle, before they shut down the evac system. Setting trajectory. Prepare to eject. 3, 2, 1.
And just get ready for a long, long, unskippable cutscene.
Kazumi, what's happening?
She wants to play.
Game's still not done yet. You just got to watch the credits now for a couple of minutes, and then we can finally finish it off in the epilogue. That's just a couple of minutes as well. Right, happy days, we finally made it. So for this bit, all you got to do is just go to the end, go to the other end, turn around. Some freaky stuff will happen with yourself. The water will drain away. All in the name of fun. Right, all you got to do now is just turn on each and every single one of the TVs, press the right trigger at the end of the door, and that is the game finished. So, thank you so much for watching, guys. Hope this video has helped you. I really did enjoy making it. And if you enjoyed it as well and it has helped you, please like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next video. Cheers, guys.